Creating great video content is only half the story. The other half is how you promote your videos on your landing pages. Now, if you don't do this correctly, you won't reap the full benefits of all the hard work you put into creating your video. However, the good news is that in this video, I'll provide you with my 10 best practices, which, if you follow, you are virtually guaranteed to get the most of your landing page videos. But before we begin, make sure you like, share and subscribe to our channel so that as we keep releasing more videos to help with your video marketing, you get notified. Also, in the comments below, let me know which of the tips I mentioned in this video is your personal favorite. So let's get started. Tip 1, put your video above the fold. According to HubSpot, 55% of visitors spend less than 15 seconds on your website. And so you have a very short space of time to grab their attention and engage them. If you want the maximum number of visitors on your landing page to view your video, you need to make sure it appears as high as possible on your page. In other words, it needs to appear above the fold, which means your viewers should ideally be able to view your video without having to scroll down your landing page. Now, this simple best practice is probably the most important thing you can do to maximize your video's play rate. So make sure you take it into consideration. Tip 2, create an engaging thumbnail. As they say, first impressions matter. If your thumbnail isn't engaging, people are not really going to be inspired to watch your video, no matter how great the actual content is. So make sure you put the effort into creating a great thumbnail that hooks your visitors and compels them to watch your video. On our channel, we have a dedicated video on how to create high conversion thumbnails. So rather than me repeating that whole video here, I've included a link to it in the description below. So make sure you check it out. Tip 3, have visual cues pointing to your video. Directional visual cues can greatly increase the play rate of your videos as they prompt us to subconsciously follow the direction being suggested by the cue. Examples of good visual cues include an arrow or object pointing towards the video on your landing page, a person gazing at the video on your landing page, or using color contrast to put more emphasis on your video. For example, you can make your thumbnail very bright and noticeable and the surrounding area duller in comparison, which will prompt your viewers to focus their attention on your video. Tip 4, avoid autoplay. Have you ever visited a web page where a video started playing automatically, which annoyed you so much that you just exited the page? Well, you're not alone here, as this has happened to the most of us, which is why I would suggest you avoid autoplaying on your videos. Even though I fully appreciate how great your videos are, it is likely that most of your website visitors will still value their free will and would prefer to be given a choice as to whether to watch your videos instead of them being forced upon them. If, however, you are really keen on autoplaying your videos, as a minimum, at least test this versus a press to play option to see if it actually improves conversions. Tip 5, add subtitles. Not everyone has their volume on when they come across your video. They could be on a train, in a quiet environment, or anywhere else where they simply would prefer not to put the volume up. In such cases, just having subtitles in your videos will boost the engagement of your videos greatly and won't exclude people who don't want to put the volume on. You can get subtitles for your videos done cheaply and quickly at rev.com, so make sure you check them out. Tip 6, keep your videos short. As a rule of thumb, if your goal is to drive conversions, you should make the videos that you add to your website as short and concise as possible. People have short attention spans, and with each passing second, a certain percentage of your viewers will be dropping off. A comprehensive study conducted by Wistia found that if your viewers watch your video for the first 30 seconds, they are likely to keep watching until the 2-minute mark, after which engagement will likely start dropping again sharply. So if your message is relatively short, try to keep it to 2 minutes or less. If it needs to be longer, that's okay, provided you don't drag on unnecessarily. If you are interested in a more detailed breakdown of the Wistia study, we have done a dedicated video on just this topic, so feel free to check it out. Tip 7, host your video on the right platform. Make sure you think about the best platform to host your landing page video on. Hosting platforms like Wistia and Brightcove are great if you're looking for in-depth analytics. Vimeo is great if you're looking for a hosting platform which looks good aesthetically and provides a more professional feel. And then of course, you can just host your video on YouTube, which may be your preferred option if you want to grow your video's watch time on YouTube. Hosting on YouTube is free, and YouTube provides you with detailed analytics to help you assess your video's performance. Tip 8, include a clear call to action. If your visitors don't know what you want them to do, you can't expect them to do it. That's why having a clear call to action is an absolute must. Your call to action should be short, relevant, and easy to understand, and appear not only in your video, but also on your landing page near your video to maximize the chances that your website visitors take action. Tip 9, stick to one message. If your goal is to drive conversions, you shouldn't overcomplicate your landing page video by trying to get in many different messages across in it. Each video that you add to a landing page on your website should have one specific objective to accomplish, and its content should be built around this. If you have multiple messages, such as different products or services to promote, it is better to create multiple smaller videos and add them to the most relevant landing pages, as opposed to having one lengthy video which tries to cover everything. The saying, if you try chasing 2 rabbits, you'll catch none, really does apply here. Tip 10, test, test, test. As you may know by now, here at Spiel, we are huge fans of testing. No matter how good you think your video thumbnail, landing page design, or your video content is, if you don't A/B test them in real time, you won't know for sure what works best. So, if you want to get the best out of your video content, make sure you test. I hope you found the tips in this video useful. Before finishing, make sure you subscribe to our channel, as we really appreciate your support here at Spiel, and it motivates us to keep creating great content for you. If you need more help with your video marketing, feel free to get in touch with us at www.spielcreative.com. Thanks for watching.